We planned 6 days in São Paulo expecting pure energy, color, and food adventures. But the universe had other plans. On day 2, Tommy got sick.
Oh no!
And suddenly, this trip became something entirely different. Still, we kept moving, slower, softer, but still forward. We learned that travel doesn't always give you the story you expect. It gives you the story you need. So come along with us as we share our real São Paulo experience. Welcome to São Paulo, the biggest city in the Southern Hemisphere, with a population of 22 million people. It's a place that breathes in color and moves to its own rhythm. A metropolis of contrasts, steel towers, street art, quiet corners, busy avenues. We arrived at 5:30 a.m. and my friend Moa, who I hadn't seen since high school, scooped us up and dropped us straight into one of the city's most iconic art pockets.
Olá, como é que vocês estão? Precisando de uma corrida?
Bora lá!
Bora, entra!
Beco do Batman, or Batman's Alley. And at that hour, it felt like the neighborhood pressed pause just for us. No crowds, no noise, just us wandering through a maze of colorful murals. Batman's Alley didn't start out as the graffiti superstar it is today. Back in the 80s, a student painted a single Batman on one of these walls, giving this alley its nickname. Artists kept adding their colors, their messages, their vision to it. An explosion of creativity that transformed this alley into a living gallery that never stops evolving. The community still cares for it, refreshing murals and adding new ones. So every visit feels like stepping into a brand new world. On the weekends, the alley goes from this quiet secret gallery to a full-on street festival. Vendors, bars playing music, the smell of caipirinhas and street food, and there's people everywhere. So of course we had to go back. We loved Beco do Batman. And if you're vibing with this adventure so far, hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. And be sure to ring the bell too, because you know you don't want to miss whatever beautiful chaos we stumble into next. Our little Airbnb studio on the 17th floor had incredible views. At night, São Paulo lit up like Gotham City, edgy, dramatic, and glowing straight into our window. We stayed in Pinheiros, a neighborhood we really enjoyed and super close to Batman's Alley. Safe, walkable, full of cafes, markets, rooftop views, and a vibe that felt like the perfect balance of lively and local. After soaking in the city from above, we were ready to dive straight into the streets, starting with one of the most iconic cultural neighborhoods. Welcome to Liberdade, home to the largest Japanese population outside of Japan. Walking these streets felt like stepping into another world. Japanese gates marking the corners and murals splashed across the walls like love letters to the community that built this place. We decided to go on a Friday to beat the crowds, but Sundays are when Liberdade really becomes a river of people, food, and energy. But still, Friday did not disappoint. If you were in Liberdade right now, what would you try first? Ramen, sushi, street food, or dessert? Let me know in the comments. From Liberdade, we walked straight to one of the city's most important landmarks, the Sé Cathedral. This cathedral is a masterpiece, one of the largest neo-Gothic churches in the world, with a massive dome inspired by Renaissance design and stained glass windows that look like they were glowing from within. Today, it stands right in the heart of São Paulo, a place where history, faith, and chaos collide. When we arrived, they were having a mass, so we were limited in terms of exploring the interior, but I was still able to capture some images of this breathtaking architecture. Construction began in 1913 and took decades to complete, surviving political changes, urban development, and a major restoration. Now, quick note, downtown can be sketchy, so stay aware, but the cathedral area has solid police presence. On day 3 in the city, we headed to one of the city's most iconic pockets of green, a place where São Paulo takes a deep breath. This is Ibirapuera Park, São Paulo's version of Central Park. It opened in 1954 as part of the city's 400th birthday celebration, and today it's one of the few places where the chaos melts into calm. Here you're surrounded by lakes, sculptures, museums, and more than 160 species of birds. The park also holds a massive open-air auditorium, an iconic white shell structure that hosts concerts where the music literally spills into the park like confetti. We met up with my brother Junior and his family and spent the afternoon wandering with no rush and no plans. And of course, a fresh coconut. It hits different here. If there's a spirit beverage for the soul, this is it. Cold, clean, and exactly what the day needed. There's so many ways to enjoy this park. You can bike, picnic, visit museums, play ball, stroll by the lake, or just exist, which is what we did. And after finding calm in the park, it was time to return to the pulse. Avenida Paulista. Museums, street performers, food, art, skyscrapers, chaos, beauty, all stacked on one legendary avenue. On Sundays, Paulista usually shuts down for pedestrians and it becomes a massive open-air festival. No cars, just music, dancers, family, dogs, everything. But the day we went, of course, rain. By the time we rolled up, the avenue had reopened to traffic, but we wandered up and down anyway. Even without the full festival energy, Paulista still felt alive. And standing tall over it all, like a red floating spaceship of art and history, the iconic MASP, the Museum of Art of São Paulo. We didn't go in, but inside, the museum holds one of the most important art collections in the Southern Hemisphere. On the way back to our Airbnb, we took the subway back home. And listen, we need to talk about São Paulo's metro system. It's very clean, organized, efficient, and simple to navigate. Honestly, we were impressed. No weird smells, no chaos, just functioning public transportation. And that easy metro ride set the tone for our next adventure, because the following day, we hopped right back on the subway and headed straight to one of the most iconic places in the entire city, Mercadão, the Municipal Market of São Paulo. If you love food, culture, noise, flavors, and energy, Mercadão is about to steal your heart. But before diving into the foodie paradise of Mercadão, I had one mission: to introduce Tommy to the pure, unfiltered chaos that is Avenida 25 de Março, or 25th of March Avenue. 25 de Março is one of the largest open-air shopping districts in Latin America. A maze of shops, vendors, street stands, shouts, crowds, and bargains. Its history stretched back to the late 1800s, when Syrian and Lebanese immigrants began selling textiles here, planting the seeds of today's marketplace. People flock here for deals, bulk buys, party supplies, costumes, accessories, basically anything you can picture, and plenty you'd never even think existed. And let me tell you, it is overwhelming in the most ridiculous, unforgettable way. This is the kind of place you go once just to say you survived it. Tommy definitely had that "what did you just bring me into" moment. We survived the madness. Now let's eat. This is another place where the city shows off. And on this day, Tommy was finally feeling better. Thank goodness, because this place, it's a foodie's heaven, and it would be a shame for him to miss it. From fruit stands to spices to fresh pastries and of course the legendary mortadela sandwich.
So we are here at the Municipal Market in São Paulo, and we ordered a couple of things to try. So this here is an empanada made of cod. We are waiting on their award-winning sandwich, so we'll see how that goes. So let's try this one. Tommy and I are going to share it. So we asked them to cut it in half. It's pretty big. So here you have the cod empanada. It's really hot. It really is great. If you like cod, I do. Curious to see what Tommy's gonna think of it, because he's not a cod fan. But it is very tasty. It's flaky. The dough is very nice too. And here we got, obrigada. Here we got the award-winning sandwich. Look at this thing. Take a bite of it now, since they got it here. Check that out. It is mortadela, which is like an Italian bologna, I think it's something like that, with cheddar cheese and bacon and lettuce in this super light and flaky bread. Let's dig it. It's really good. I love it.
When the sun dips, the city blooms wide open. Music pouring into the streets. Pagode on one corner, samba vibrating from another. Bars glow, rooftops shimmer, and every doorway feels like an invitation to step into a new rhythm. Between Tommy being sick and the weather acting up, this trip didn't go the way we expected, but it still gave us so much. We reconnected with friends and family, explored new corners, and let the city show us its soul at a slower pace. São Paulo reminded us that travel doesn't need to be perfect to be meaningful and unforgettable. It just needs to be lived. Remember to like and share this video with a fellow traveler. Your support helps us keep exploring. Next, we're headed to the city of mountains, oceans, samba, and sun, Rio de Janeiro. So subscribe and come along with us. Pack light, dream big, and remember, there's always more to explore.